Hi, my name is Leela and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious Cantonese roast pork. Now this pork is the Chinese barbecue pork that you find in many recipes such as mushu pork, the Chinese barbecue buns, and stir-fried rice. So let's go ahead and get started on our roasted pork. Okay, now we're going to start out with 2 pounds of pork tenderloin, and what we're going to do is we're just going to remove all of the fat and then cut it into 1-inch thick round strips. Okay, once you're done cutting your strips, they should be about this size, just about 1 inch, maybe a little more is fine, all the way around, just like that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and place them in a container to be marinated. Now make sure your container has a tight-fitting lid, because we're going to marinate these for about 3 hours. So go ahead and place them in a container, and now we're going to go and prepare our marinade. Now you can add some red food coloring if you'd like. I usually do not, but if you like, just add a little bit of red food coloring to give it that famous red kind of color to it. So what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and mix all of these ingredients together. I'm going to mix in my sherry, my sugar, and my hoisin sauce into the soy sauce, just like that. And mix this all throughout, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put it onto the pork. Okay, once our marinade is mixed together thoroughly, what we're going to do is just pour it onto our pork, just like that. And then we are just going to use our hands to kind of make sure it's covering and coating each piece of the pork. So just kind of mix it in just like that. And then once it's thoroughly mixed, what we're going to do is just go ahead and cover the pork and let it sit for about 3 hours. So we're going to put it in the refrigerator and let it marinate for 3 hours. Now right here what I have is just a roasting pan where I've lined it with foil, just like that. And then I've put this roasting rack on top. And now this sits about 1.5 inches high. And that's, you want it at least 1.5 inches high above the bottom of the pan, just like that. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 3/4 cups of water just in the bottom of the pan right here. And that just helps keep the pork from drying out. I'm just going to take my pieces of marinated pork out of the marinade, and then I'm just going to lay them across this grate just like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to reserve the marinade so that we can baste them after about 7 or 8 minutes. We're going to baste them. So go ahead and stick these in the oven, and then in about 7 or 8 minutes we'll go ahead and baste them. So after about 8 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm taking it out of the oven, and I'm just going to go ahead and quickly baste it with our marinade sauce. Just a little bit, just like that. And I'm going to baste it with a mixture of 1 tablespoon of hot water and 1 tablespoon of sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that together, and I'm going to stir this until my sugar dissolves. Okay, after I've removed my pork from the oven, I'm just going to baste it with my sugar mixture, just like that. And now after I basted it with the sugar, what I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat my broiler on high and just broil it just for about 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, and once they've been under the broiler for about 2 minutes, then they are ready to be eaten or used in a recipe such as the steamed pork buns or pork fried rice. Enjoy!